Hello, welcome back to my channel, and I want to always let you know how much I appreciate you watching, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And if you've subscribed and you do not receive them automatically, then you need to hit the bell below the video, and then you will get notified. So today is an exciting day, an exciting message. It's time to prepare by the Galactic Federation of Light. Now, I have a poetic message from them, and I posted, hopefully, the photo. Instead of my picture, I posted the photo that goes along with the poem. So I say hopefully because I actually filmed this before I post it, and sometimes the photos don't attach. So just in case it didn't attach, that would be the reason. But otherwise, check out the photo. It's magical. And leads me to the message. It's called Magical Wonderland. A magical wonderland you will see when you cross over the bridge into pure harmony. Deep purple heals all you've been through, which will reveal who you truly are, which has been sealed. Your stamp, so to speak, aligning you to your future, what you will need to do. Your journey, your mission will then be known. You will be guided to get on with your show. This is all you need to know. Our future is ahead of us. Walk bravely into the unknown. We will gather together, joining hands, because we walked over the bridge to our promised land. Feeling joyful, being free, finally. Stay on track. Move forward, don't look back. Time is a ticking, not time to relax. Work on self and do nothing else, as major change is about to appear. Release your old ways, release all your fears. Time to prepare what is near. Be brave, be strong, it won't take long. So that is what to expect after everything else happens on Earth, which is great. So I also had someone screaming in my ear last night, it's coming soon, it's coming soon. Of course, I don't know it's coming soon, but I'm going to assume it's the truth that's coming soon. And there's still going to be chaos and problems and issues, but that's not what we focus on. You just prepare yourself. And how do you prepare yourself? I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth, I am. I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth, I am. Negative energy floats around freely. This is why I'm always telling you to be mindful of yourself, your feelings. For instance, this morning when I awoke, I did not feel positive. I was annoyed. Annoyance is not something you wake up to. So I knew right away that I had I didn't contact, some negative energy had come into my place and, was attacking me. So you see, you don't even need to leave your house to attract negative energy. So what did I do? I did what I always tell you, to say I am the love, I am the light, I am, and repeat it. It's great if you have sage. You sage yourself, take the sage, put it around your body. If you don't have sage, and you have the Archangel Michael protection prayer. If you don't have the Archangel Michael protective prayer, then say, I am the love, I am the light, I am the truth, I am, and just keep repeating it. And then check, is negative energy still around me? And you'll get a no. So, be mindful of your energy. Now, it's true that I have a mission, and I'm guided heavily, have been since birth. But then you all have your own missions too. And if you don't follow your guidance, how do you expect them to get through? This is what you need to do if you haven't started yet. Now, if you're familiar with my videos, you know I speak pure truth. I do not hold back. So be prepared. So I'm going to give you some examples. It's the only way I can share this with you. So I have mentioned so many times that the most important thing for you to do is to connect with your higher self. If you don't connect to your higher self, or you have a hard time with that, get a pendulum. Or if you're very connected to your heart, your feelings, your intuition, do that. However you're guided, always ask for guidance before you do anything from now on. Now, I've been doing this for years, and what it has done is increase tenfold. I don't do anything. I don't eat food without checking with my higher self because our bodies changed. I mean, you can choose not to do that. Of course, all of this is your choice, but I give you the reasons why it's best to follow your higher self, because you can get food inside of you that at this particular moment isn't going to process very well. It's going to give you a stomach ache. It's going to make you tired. I don't know what it's going to do, but it's probably not the best thing to do like right now. So you ask your higher self what to eat. You ask your higher self if it's okay to even go out. You don't know how the energy is out there. And you don't, like I say, you don't have to do this, but it's advisable. Because remember, we're only energy. You can't really see it, but you feel it. If you're not into feeling it, then ask. I mean, I'm into feeling energy, but I don't know what's going on outside. So I ask, why subject myself to negative energy if I don't have to? Or maybe the energy is so intense that I could get all dressed up and get ready to go out, and then when I go out, I can barely walk because it's like trying to walk through a wall. So then I just have to come home. So to me, why even do it? Just ask, is it a good day to go out? Is it a good day to walk? You know, and if it is it better to be in the neighborhood? Is it better to be in the forest? Is it better to be at the ocean? Do you know what I'm saying? This is what I do. Now, this is, I can't really remember if I mentioned this last week, so I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to bring it up again about, you know, watching, I was watching Netflix. Sometimes I can't hear or understand the words because of the accent. And I'm sitting on my sofa all annoyed. And I'm like, do I need to get a hearing test? Is it me, or can everyone hear them? And it does get annoying sometimes because when music plays, it's really loud. And then when people talk, the volume seems to go down. And then when they whisper, it goes down even more. But anyway, so I'm sitting here complaining about it to myself. Lo and behold, they hear you. How do I know they hear you? Well, the next day I turn it on, and now there's subtitles on Netflix in English, It's an English show, and I didn't do it. So this is what I'm telling you. They hear everything you say, everything you think. That's why if you want something and you just think about it, they heard you and they'll deliver it to you. For me, if I want to know something, they deliver it to me. Or if I don't understand something, they send somebody my way or I hear it from somebody. I'm always being guided, but so are you. Are you paying attention? If you want to be guided even more so, then connect with your guides and only follow them. You don't have to worry about being in control because we've been taught to be in control. So we have to be in control. And people who are not in control are the people that go out and try to control everyone else because they're not in control with themselves. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to focus on other people. You only want to focus on yourself. We were raised to believe that if we were only concerned about ourselves, then we're being selfish, right? We had to respond. We have to be nice to everyone or we'll hurt their feelings or to others, etc., etc. You know, it's these little intricacies that was not created, but has been programmed into you so intensely that me and all of us have been this way. Because then it became like, oh, that's the society rules. And that other people are better than you and other people are smarter than you. And then we got into competition. And all of this stuff is so all wrong. This is why if you don't understand when I say release everything you know, that's everything too. That's part of it. So take out the word selfish because you're not being selfish. If you can understand that every single person on this planet is only a reflection of you. That's who they are. They only reflect you. So if you're, negative, you'll attract negative friends who will challenge you to show you what you need to change about yourself, which is stop being negative. I mean, it's like an intricate, amazing, what's the word? I can't even think of a word. It is. You're guided even by people who challenge you. People who challenge you are mirroring you, showing you what you need to change about yourself. So listen to what I'm saying and only take care of yourself and everything else falls into place. This is why we stay away from negative people, because negative people put negative energy on you. And then you've got to deal with that. And if you're not familiar with energy, you don't even know why you're angry, pissed off, and upset. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is important for you and for your growth, because this is what it says in my message. This is what's happening. This is what's going to happen. This is what you're going to know what you're going to do. But in the meantime, work on yourself. So you work on self-love, unconditional love. And I've said this a million times before. People will tell me they love themselves, but they don't. How can anyone, including myself, love yourself when you don't even know what love is? People think of love and they think of a relationship. That's where you go the first time or your first thought about love. Right? I got to find a woman to live with and be happy. I got to find a man to live with and be happy. That's not about love. Love is loving yourself, focusing only on yourself, loving your body because your body loves you back. So you don't say negative things about yourself to yourself, because your body doesn't like it either. So you gotta love yourself, your body. You can heal your body just by loving your body. I mean, it's it's the plan. It's why we're here. It's who we are in truth, in reality. We're not anything else. Why did we come here? We came here to bring heaven on earth. In the beginning, when we were first born, I mean, at least in my generation, and I'm sure a lot of you still have to learn lessons still. I went through a ton of lessons, a ton of growth to get to the point that I'm at now. But all that time, since the age, well, I've always been guided, but since the age of 20s, I only followed my guidance. I didn't follow anything else. So it caused me to be outcasted, laughed at. People laughed at me because I didn't drink, that I didn't party, that I didn't screw every man that was alive. That's what I was supposed to do. Yada, yada, yada. I mean, that's not me. That's not who I've ever been. So, and if you've done all that, it doesn't matter. What matters is right now. I just had a lot of practice. So it's gotten everybody into so many problems. I mean, other than the fact, that we're poisoned every day by the air, the food, the water, I mean, everything. Then we've been working against ourselves. We don't work for ourselves. We work against ourselves because we're so nice and we care about everybody else and how they're doing. And I'm not saying that, and don't take this wrong, but that's okay as long as you don't put other people before you. Do you see what I'm saying? That's just the difference. If you want to help somebody, but don't do it out of guilt. Don't, because guilt is negative. Don't do it because you're supposed to. That's negative. Don't do it because you feel like you should, because of all those, you still have your mother in your head, your teachers, your pastor in your head. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, sure, fine, I help tons of people, but I help them if it's what I feel like I want to do. I don't do things out of guilt, and I don't do anything because that's what I'm supposed to do. Do you understand? That's what I'm trying to say here. Sadness, guilt, depression, all of that draws negative energy into you. So if you're sad about something, fine, cry it out, then get over it. Don't hang on to your sadness. Get over it. Work on yourself. Change your thought. Focus on something else. Do whatever it takes to get you out of that. And then, just do whatever it is that's fun, and then it'll pass. The other thing is men, and I'm referring to men who are not awake, but men were taught not to cry, not to show emotion, to do everything for a woman, that the most important person is that woman. And, how are relationships doing? Relationships do not do well because, number one, we don't love ourselves, and number two, we follow all these society rules, these rules that don't do anything good to you, for you, and is not anything you should have had to think about in the first place. So stop and wake up. Wake up and see how all the little intricacies have woven together to put you in the place that you're at currently. So remember, You are your own God. You create everything that happens to you all by yourself. Know this and feel it. And this was a great meme. I searched for God and found only myself. I searched for myself and found only God. Now, what you were taught, what God does, is what you do. So don't think in terms that God punishes you and God does all this stuff to you. God does nothing to you. You do it. Understand that. Realize it. You are your own creator. And then you create what you want. Because you can. But seriously, everything comes from you and goes out. Everything. Your relationships, your job, your happiness, your depression, your intelligence, your thoughts, your ideas, who you hang out with. All of that comes from you. So that's why you have to love yourself 100% unconditionally first. And then you draw to you other people who love you as much as you love yourself. You draw people who are awake. You draw people who understand you. And then you can also be guided like, oh my God, I was freaking out because if you follow me on Facebook, you see the photos that I post with my poetry. And all my poetry goes with the photos. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how I set it up. It's not a coincidence. It was my plan. Now, there's an app on my phone that I use for these photos. And I don't know, year by year, the app has not been as good as it used to be. You know, and just like every other app, they want you to spend money, but I don't. So what is my point? Well, 2 days ago, I was running out of photos. I went to the app and my phone would not download any of the photos. So I turned my phone off. I turned it back on. I took the app. I uninstalled the app. I put it back on. I don't care what I did. The photos would not go on my phone. Now remember, the key here is that I use these photos to post my poetry. So I have a cell phone company. I bought the insurance, which is great because I can call this particular number and these people can actually go inside my phone and tell me what's wrong with it. I don't even have to leave my house. Talk about convenience. So I'm not lying. This girl and I, we spent over an hour on my phone. Could not find anything or any reason at all why I could not download those photos. So I said, hang on just a minute. And I got in touch with my higher self. And I said to my higher self, or I asked my higher self, are you stopping photos to download on my phone? And they said, yes. So they did it. You can't fight them, but it's not a negative, it's a positive because obviously there's something on the photos now. What they can do, I really don't know. Just like, you know, they put subliminal messages on television and news and music and all kinds of crap. So who knew they could get to you by your photos, by photos? I mean, I did a poem a long time ago on the essence of photos, that I can look at photos and I can feel wonderful from those photos because they're full of positive energy. Whoever made them, took it, the area, I don't know. It doesn't matter, right? But I can't use those photos anymore. And we're in the habit of always thinking that something is wrong. Who would have thought that the Galactic stopped my app from working. And so this is what I'm talking about. So from now on, my photos are coming from a different place. And what's my point here? My point is protect yourself, because the energies are becoming more and more intense, and they're going to be more and more intense, because the more people find out, the more fearful they get. The fear creates negative energy, and the negative energy goes to you. Like I said, it can come to you even if you don't go out. You can imagine what it would be like if they suggest that you don't. Now, of course, if you have, errands to run, an appointment to go to, a job, of course you can do all of that. But protect yourself when you go out. And when you do go out and run errands, if you're not working, go straight back home. If you do have to go to work, then protect yourself and go back home. Don't go anywhere else unless you're guided to. But this is what I'm saying. So, that's pretty much what they want you to do. This is the message. So to summarize, love yourself, number 1. Take care of yourself, number 2. Don't do anything for anyone else if it doesn't feel right. Don't put other people before you first, because you're telling yourself that other people are more important than you. That's not what you want to do. That is not self-love. When you love yourself 100% unconditionally first, and it takes a lot of practice to do that, then all of this other stuff you don't even need to worry about, because your energy will be increased. Not negative energy, but your guidance will increase. I shouldn't say energy. Your guidance will be increased. And then you'll know a lot of times. Not all the time, but a lot of times you'll just know. You'll look at a channeling from someone else and you'll just know, no. You don't even have to ask. Do you know? And some channels, no matter how good they are, still have little tiny negative inputs in them. So be mindful of everything you read, everything you do, everything you think. Just be mindful of it. Stay positive. Stay positive. And remember, when you wake up in the daytime, when you go to sleep, and when you're around negative energy, I am the light, I am the love, I am the truth, I am. I hope you all have a very blessed day, and you are I shouldn't say looking forward, because I don't want you to have an expectation of time, and don't have expectations of when this will happen. Just know it's going to happen, and that's all you need to know. And in the meantime, don't focus on the negatives. Stay away from all negative stuff, and you will dance across that bridge and be ecstatic. That's all I can say. Completely ecstatic. So thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all next week. Don't forget, subscribe. Bye.